Hi, I'm Courtney Roulston and I'm going to share with you now my crushed pea colcannon, which is a really easy and tasty, family-friendly recipe using Carisma potatoes. To start the recipe, all I'm going to do is roughly chop the potatoes into about a 2 centimetre rough cube. Now I'm leaving the skins on with the potatoes. All of the goodness is in the skin. So simply chop around 800 grams of the potatoes. Now once the potatoes are all cut up, I'm popping them into a pot with some cold water that I've put onto a medium heat. We want to bring that up to a simmer, season with a pinch of salt, and we need to cook them for around 10 minutes or until they're about 3/4 of the way cooked through. Now I'm adding in a cup of frozen peas, and these just need to cook for around 5 minutes or until they're nice and tender and the potatoes are cooked through. So while the peas and the potatoes finish cooking, we can prep the rest of the veg. So I'm just going to finely slice some spring onions. I'm also finely slicing some leafy greens. Just run the knife through them. And I'm also using a nice big handful of parsley that I'm also just going to finely chop. The potatoes and the peas are beautiful and tender, so I'm just going to drain them. Give them a good shake to make sure any excess water is out of them, and then I'm going to place the potatoes and peas back into the hot pan. Now using a fork, all I'm going to do is smash up the potatoes and all of their skins and the peas until you get a really lovely rough mashed potato. While the potatoes are still nice and warm, I'm adding in some cubed butter. This adds a really lovely richness, and just mix that through and that will melt into the potatoes. I'm also adding in some milk. This will make our potato really lovely and creamy. And now I'm adding in all of our chopped greens and just mix that through the potatoes, and the residual heat in the potatoes will soften down the greens and combine them into the mashed potato. Now place it into a serving bowl. I like to add an extra knob of butter onto the top, and that's just going to melt down into the potatoes. And I'll also finish with some cracked pepper. And that is my crushed pea colcannon, or Irish mashed potato. It's the perfect excuse to get into Coles and pop a 2 kilo bag of the Carisma potatoes in your basket. You could serve this as a side to some roast chicken or some roast pork or even some corned beef for the ultimate in winter comfort food.